Hello dear viewers, welcome back to the Odoo 18 functional tutorials by TechUltraSolutions. In this video, we will explore the product overview, a fundamental and crucial concept in Odoo that plays a key role in efficient inventory management. The product overview in the inventory module of Odoo 18 provides a centralized interface for managing and tracking the products efficiently. It offers a detailed view of product information, stock levels, and movement history, enabling businesses to optimize the inventory control. With real time updates on hand stock, reserved quantities, forecasted inventory, and procurement rules, the product overview ensures smooth operations by preventing stock shortages or overstocking. Additionally, it supports features like lot and serial number tracking, product variants, and reordering rules, making inventory management more structured and data driven. So let's dive into the video and explore the product overview in Odoo. Opening the inventory module, here in the products menu, we have the options of product. We'll just click on this new. Here you need to mention the name of the product. So I'm just mentioning ergonomic chair as my product. Here you have an options for the checkboxes of sales, purchase, this can be sold, this can be purchased, this product should be there in the point of sale or not. So I'm just adding this also. Then you have the product type, the goods, service type product or combo. So you need to select that. So I'm just selecting goods as my product type. Next up, you have the track inventory. Here you can decide for the product that you want to track this particular product in the inventory or not. Now we have two invoicing policies, ordered quantities and the delivered quantities. So you can decide that the invoice should be generated when the product is ordered or when the product is delivered. Then we have the sales price of the product. Here you can decide the per units, whatever unit of measure it is. Then we have sales taxes. Then this is the cost of the product. Next up we have the category, which is the product category. So from here you can select the product category. So I'm just adding furniture goods as my product category, and from this internal link you can go to the particular category, and here you can find different configurations like the inventory valuation, what would be the costing method for this particular product, what would be the inventory valuation. So I've just added costing method as average and the inventory valuation as automated, and here are the account stock properties for this particular category. So you can configure all these things, the income account and the expense account, from here for this particular product. Now we'll just move back to our product. Next up we have the reference, which is the SKU code for the product, or you can say a unique product code if you want to give to your particular product. So I'll just add 101 as my product code here. Then we have the option for barcode, and next up we have the HSN or SAC code if it is there for your product. Down here we have an option for the internal notes. So this is an area for where you can add the description for your particular product, any internal notes. So here you can see I've added 101 as my reference or product code. So here you can see in front or in the starting of the product name, here you can find the product code. Now these all were the basic information or the general fields for the product. Now we'll just move to the configuration to enable the settings for the variants. So we'll just search for the product variant here. Here you have an option for the variants. So you just need to enable this product variants and the another features name as lot and serial number. So enable these two features and save the settings. Now we'll just move back to our products menu and we'll open our ergonomic chair, and here you can see in the track inventory, here now there is a drop down asking that you want to track the inventory for the particular product by unique serial number, by lots or by quantity. So you can configure this according to your need. Next up you can see an attributes and variants tab has been added to our product. So let's open that and first know what exactly attributes and variants are. So in Odoo 18, attributes are product characteristics that define different variations of a product, such as color, size, material. Attributes help differentiate product variants and allow customization of product options. Talking about the variants, variants are different versions of a product created based on attribute values. Each variant can have its own stock, price, barcode, and other specific details, making inventory management more efficient. Now, there are two ways to create the attributes and variants directly from here, and another one is here in the products menu. Here you can see by enabling the features in the settings, two more options have been added, which are the product variants and the loss and serial number. So now we'll just create attribute and variants. For that, you need to go to the configuration, and here you have the option for attributes. These are some by-base created attributes available in Odoo. Now we'll just click on new and create a new one. Here you have to name the attribute. So I'm just adding color as my attribute name. Here you can see the display type. You want a radio button, or you want pills, or you want an option to select. There should be color, or there should be multi-checks. So I'm just selecting radio as in display type. Variant creation you can select, and here I need to add the values to the attribute which be my variants. So for the color, I'm adding black, then I'll just add brown and white. So I have added three values which are the variants for this particular attribute. So now we'll just move back to our product, which was the ergonomic chair. And here in the attributes and variant, here we can select the attribute which was my color. So yeah, this one. And from the values I can select it black or brown. So in this way you can add the attributes to the product. Here we have an option for the configure, which is the in detail configuration for this particular attributes and variants. So once you have added the attribute and variant, here you can find a smart button named as variants, where you will find the two different variant values for this particular product ergonomic chair. And here you can find the on-hand quantity based on their variant values. So you can define the sales price cost on hand forecasted quantities for both the variant values. Moving back to our product, next up we have our sales tab. The sales tab, here you have an option for the optional products. If you want to select any optional product that you want to recommend when adding to cart, or quotation option is there. Then we have the accessory products if you want to suggest some accessories in the e-commerce cart. Then we have the alternative products, which is displayed in the bottom of the product pages. Next up we have the e-commerce shop. I have already enabled e-commerce here, so you can give a tag to this particular product. You can enable that this particular product is published on the e-commerce shop or not. You can define the e-commerce categories. Here you have an option of out of stock enabled, like if the product is out of stock, then also if you want to continue sell the product. Then we have the show available quantity checkbox, where you can define that only if the product is below some amount of number, then it should be available or not. Then we have an out of stock message description text line is there, where you can define the out of stock message for the product. Then we have the e-commerce media, where you can add the different media such as images or videos for this particular product for the e-commerce platform. Next up we have the quotation description. So whatever note is added here in the description would be available or would be seen on the sales order and the invoices. And similar to that, we have the e-commerce description specifically available. So these are all the points for the sales tab. Next up we have the point of sale tab, where there's an option to weigh with the scale. If you want to do that, then you can just simply enable this. Then we have the separate POS categories available here. Here in the purchase tab, you can define a vendor specifically for this particular product. So I'm just adding Anita here. Here you can select the product variant. So I'm adding the black one. You can also define the start and end date. Here you can mention the quantities, the price, if the discount value is there, and the delivery lead time. Down here we have an option for the vendor bill. So here we have an purchase unit separately available. So you can obviously define both the units for the purchase and the sales if they are two different ones. And here is the control policy that the bill should be triggered on the ordered quantities or on the received quantities. And here we have the purchase description, where you can add a note that would be visible or available on the purchase orders. Next up we have the inventory tab. So here in the operations we have the routes. So in Odoo 18, routes define how products will move through the supply chain, specifying whether the items are bought, manufactured, transferred, or stored. So routes help automate inventory flow and ensure the efficient. Now these are some types of the routes in Odoo 18. So talking about the buy route, it automatically triggers a purchase order when stock reaches the reorder point. Next, replenish on order. So it creates a purchase order or manufacturing order only when a sales order is confirmed. Next, we have dropship subcontractor on order. So it is used when a company outsources manufacturing to a subcontractor and arranges for the finished product to be shipped directly to the customer without storing it in the company's inventory. Next up, we have the manufacturer. So it generates a manufacturer order when a sales order is confirmed. Next, we have resupply subcontractor on order. So this is a process of sending the raw materials to a subcontractor whenever a subcontracting order is placed. When a sales order is triggered, subcontracting Odoo generates a purchase order for the subcontractor and a delivery order to resupply the required materials. Next up, we have resupply subcontractor on order. So it is a process of sending the raw materials to a subcontractor whenever a subcontracting order is placed. When a sales order triggers subcontracting, Odoo generates a purchase order for the subcontractor and a delivery order to resupply the required materials. And in the last, we have the dropship, which is sends a purchase order directly to the supplier who delivers it to the customer. Here in the logistics section, you can define the person responsible for the product, then the customer lead time, which is the delivery time for the product, what is the origin of goods. Here you have different descriptions available. This is the description for receipts, where a note will be added to the receipts in the orders. Here the description or the note would be added to the delivery orders, and here the description or the note will be added to the internal transfers where this product is involved. And here in the last we have the accounting tab. So here is the receivables and the payables. So this is the income account for this product and this is the expense account for this product. So you have the option to configure or add the income and expense account separately for this product. Otherwise, the income and expense account is already enabled or configured in the product category which we have added. Way we have different tabs available for a particular product where we can configure the settings according to our requirement. Now in the last we'll have some smart buttons available at the top of the product. So let's learn what are these. So the very first is the price list. So if you want to configure or add the price list for this product, you can add the price list from here. Then you can directly go to the website if this product is published on the website or not. So you can directly move to the website from here. This is already discussed. We have the two variants available. So this is the variant smart button. Then we have the on hand quantity smart button available. So at present we have 0 units, so we can just update our quantity by clicking on this update quantity and clicking on new, selecting our product as ergonomic chair. So I'm adding for the black one, so my on hand quantity would be 10 maybe, and saving it. So moving back to our product, here you can see the on hand quantity is now 10. So you can quickly update the quantity on hand quantity for the product by clicking on this update quantity button. Next we have more smart buttons available in this more section. So these are the forecasted units. Here we have an option for the bill of materials. So if you want to create a bill of material for this particular product, you can simply click on this and create the bill of material for the product. Here you can add the documents for, or you can attach some important documents if you want to attach for this particular product. Here you will find the purchased and the sold quantities in the last 365 days, and this will be the in and out of the product, how many units are in and how many units are out. Next up we have the reordering rules. So let's quickly set the reordering rules for this particular product. So click on that, and by clicking on new we can set, here we need to select the product, so I'm just adding the black one. Here you can select the location. So this is the on hand quantity available. This is the forecast one. Here we can select the route, which route you need to specify or add in this product. So I'm just adding by here. So once created, the reordering rule can be configured. Here we need to set the minimum and the maximum. So I'm adding 5 as minimum and 50 as the maximum quantities to order. And yeah, we'll just save it. So once created, the reordering rule can be configured to generate the purchase orders automatically by defining these fields. So once created, the reordering rule can be configured to generate the purchase orders automatically by defining these fields. As we have kept the route as by, so this will generate the purchase orders. Now, location specifies that where the ordered quantities should be stored once they are received and entered into the stock. And minimum quantity sets the lower threshold for the reordering rule, while the maximum quantity set the upper threshold. So, if the stock on hand falls below the minimum quantity, a new purchase order will be created to replenish it up to the maximum quantity. So, in this way, the reordering rules work for the product. So in this way, by multiple configurations, we can create a product according to our need. So moving back the dashboard, here you can see this is the Kanban view for the product overview, and here you can find the list overview of the different products. Here you can see the product name, the internal reference, if the product tags are available, sales price, cost, on hand quantity, forecasted quantity, and the unit for the product. Here you have more options available if you want to add like the POS category available, the product type, so you can add. And so you can simply enable this checkbox according to your need, and you can make the product overview or the product page looking according to your need. Then we have the different filters available, such as you can group by the listing, by the product type, by the product category, and you can also add the custom group. I'll just show you. By the product type, we have goods. For the product category, then we have the product category. So here you can see for the 4 different categories how many products are there in the each product category. Here is the count for it. Then we have different filters available, like the service type products, the goods, the combo, it is published or not, it is available in POS, and these are the different filters. You can create and add a custom filter also, and you can search for the product as per your need. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Stay tuned for our next videos.